Hi, and welcome back to episode 6 of Our Town, Our Take. Later, we'll be getting interviewed, actually, by Council Clerk Nichole Messner. But for right now, we have some things going on in the schools and in the city.
We do. To start in the city, next Wednesday, April 19th at 3 o'clock at the Community Hall building in Central Park. Doug Opplinger is leading his Green Leaders Future-Focused event, and we're just going to talk about possible changes in the city and what us as citizens want to see environmentally and not. It'll be a good event. I recommend showing out.
I went last year. It was a very good event.
As did I. It was incredible.
Too.
It was incredible. On my behalf, we have the city's comprehensive plan that we are reworking this year. It's kind of like an every 10 years thing this happens, so it's a little rare. I would go to this meeting that is April 26th. That is the first official city comprehensive plan meeting where we're going to go over the different things that we would like to see in it, put together the board and whatnot, and just other things that we're going to have to do to really finalize that comprehensive plan.
While we're on the topic of the city, April 22nd is Clean Green. You can sign up at thecityofgreen.org/volunteer, and we go around and we pick up trash. As you can tell, we pick up trash around Nimisila in its walkway.
For Earth Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we recommend if you care about the earth, you should show out to that as well.
And if you would like more information, you can go to cityofgreen.org/volunteer.
All right, I'll check that out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything going on with Green High School? Any school news?
I would just like to give a little shout out to the softball team. They are on a very good win streak. I know I go to a decent amount of the games, especially with the weather getting nice. It's just a great way to get some fresh air and relax and see them win. And they are on, like I said, a very good win streak. They
have a current record of 6-0, right?
Right.
Wow.
Good for them. I was just at their game against Walsh, and they won, and I know that was a big competitor for them. So very proud of.
I was also
the
at that
ladies.
game. It was a high stakes game, and it was intense, but it was very enjoyable. They are great way to spend an evening.
Well, also going on currently at Green High School among the senior class is a popular game called Senior Splash, and a lot of the kids are getting very into it. They are strategizing. They are
got my floaty on now.
Right. So there are a lot of moving parts to this game, but basically it's a tag game with water guns, and you go around, you get assigned a target, and not only do you have a target, but you have someone who is targeting you. So it's just got to keep watching. You're able to wear a floaty as a protection device. So if you're wearing that, you are safe.
I'll take mine off, but I better not get splashed before the end of this episode.
Yep.
So we did just start that this week, and we're thinking it's going to wrap up in about 5 weeks, and we have a big money pot as the prize. We've raised $700 through this game, and we're excited to give away some money.
It's successful, people. I have not heard people stop talking about it.
I know. They are all over it.
Anyone.
Paw Print Issue 10 released Friday, April 14th, and also on April 14th, the new staff, the Paw Print staff, we went to the Ohio Scholastic Media Association Journalism Competition of the Year for Ohio schools. It's at Kent State, and we had a successful night.
That sounds awesome.
Julia, anything going on in band news?
Well, marching band for next year is starting right back up.
Oh, I'm sure
I know
the kids
our directors are
excited.
figuring out what type of music they want to use, our theme. We're maybe thinking of going for a late 60s, early 70s theme, so very much looking forward to that. Gonna come back for senior night next year and only.
For our next podcast, we are staying on the school trend, and we're talking to high school principal Cindy Brown about graduation and other end of the year things. So make sure to tune into that one in early May.
And stay tuned for us getting interviewed by Nichole Messner.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Today we are joined by Nichole Messner, the council clerk. Hi, Nichole. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. So I'm here to ask you guys some fun questions about your year and some of your experience on the student rep program and on, well, your boards and commissions that you have all been on. So I'm going to start with some easy ones, and I think we're going to go with Julie first. So,
All right. Okay.
you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be good.
Okay.
All right, so what advice do you have for incoming freshmen?
You know, drink your water, take your vitamins, eat healthy. Don't overload yourself. Don't say, I can just do it. I can just do the 4 to 5 AP classes. No, you can't. That's wrong. And even if you can do it, who says that you should do it?
That is true.
Because colleges really don't care that much, I promise.
That's fair. I like it. Okay. All right, let's see, Chase. What trend or fad are you most embarrassed about being part of?
Oh. TikTok lingo. I say TikTok phrases and I'm embarrassed.
Can you give us a couple of examples?
Yes, I know.
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry.
I'm already embarrassed the fact that I say them outside of the podcast. I'm not going to say them.
No, just give me one because I'm old and I don't know what TikTok lingo is.
Probably like slay. I hate
The
that
slay
word,
epidemic.
and I say it a lot. And I hate when
been
other people
affected
say
by the
it,
slay
but
epidemic.
that's definitely a trend that I do.
Okay.
TikTok lingo.
All right, that's a pretty good one. All right, Jackson. Ooh, if you could change one school rule, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I complain about many things, but none of them are coming to my head right now.
Like
The school's pretty lenient these days.
about like cell phone policy or
They don't.
like talking in class.
I'm telling you, like, I don't know if it's just because we're almost done, but those are never issues I run into. The teachers have just
breaking all
really
the
like,
rules.
they really just let it go.
All right, how about either of you? You guys got any rules you would change if you could?
Well, this isn't necessarily possible, but I wish that we could sign out through all the different doors and not have to go from one end of the building all the way around to the front
That is true. I
and
agree
sign
with
out
that.
there.
Oh yeah.
Even when our
That's a good
cars
point.
are right next to another door and we can just walk right in and walk right out.
All right. That's fair. How about you?
This isn't necessarily a rule, but parking permits. I don't understand the point of a parking permit.
They're a little expensive too.
Right.
They're
And-
$40.
No.
And for the poor PLCC people, they have to pay $40 for the Green High School one and $40 for the PLCC.
Like that just seems like a lot to park in our Green High School parking lot.
It
Right.
does.
I mean, shouldn't you just get to park there
Especially as juniors and sophomores when you're parking in the band lot and having to sprint into school.
all the way over?
Which I know they use the money for something as like a fundraiser, and it goes toward something that I'm sure we need at the school, but
Okay.
it's a little pricey.
Yeah, I didn't know both PLCC and high school Green had to. I'll keep that in mind for next year for my daughter, actually. Thanks for that. All right, so let's see. Julie, what is your ideal green?
My ideal green is a place where everybody just feels better about themselves and can really thrive and live out their little, not rural area, but not city. Just they're in between, middle of
They're
the road
suburb.
life. They're suburban. Yes, they're suburb, lively suburb lives.
Okay. Anything like special you would want your ideal green to have?
Well, we can't have any actual tall buildings.
No. No skyscrapers?
No, which is unfortunate. But we should have something fun.
I
Okay.
think that we need a 24-hour library. I like to go to our library. It's a good homework space. Truthfully, like, not to sound nerdy, but I can actually really get stuff done there. But they close at 8 o'clock, and that's when I'm starting my homework. So they need to extend their hours, but I understand that
That's
it's
when you
hard to
start,
get to
really?
staffing. 8
10.
midnight.
That's
Depends
not a bad
on the
idea,
day.
actually. Maybe they could get like some younger students to come work and then
Yeah.
keep it open. That's not bad.
That'd be a nice environment.
Good suggestion.
Thank you.
When I was in college, I would go to the library like way late.
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Anything you want to add there?
I think a cute little downtown area where
Yeah.
you can walk. I think that would be an ideal part. I think we're a little too suburban for me. I think a little cute little downtown area would be perfect.
Okay. What would you want down there? Shops?
shops, restaurants, maybe a little ice cream, just something that you can, enjoy walking to
Okay.
every night, especially now that the weather's getting nicer.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. All right.
Anything for you, Nichole, that you want to add to your ideal green?
Ooh. You know what? I would really like. I don't know if I can say. Honestly, I really
Trails.
like a brewery in green. Like a really cool one, like a Fatheads or something like that.
That's a nice outing for adults.
Yes, yeah. See,
Adults would enjoy that.
adults would
Adults
enjoy
need
that.
to have some
City
fun, too.
employees would enjoy that. See, yeah, or maybe a winery, too. I mean, we got Twisted Olive, but like an actual like space where it's
Grapes.
like, okay, Chase, what is your favorite moment that stands out to you from a meeting that you have attended during your student rep time?
A specific project, I guess. I think when I think back to probably a more heated argument within a meeting, specifically city council meeting, those usually get pretty dicey. Was definitely an argument regarding like trails and sidewalks.
Okay.
That's an overall topic that gets pretty heated in green, but there was definitely a meeting that I remember talking about that, and it got pretty dicey.
Okay. How about you guys?
I would say hearing about the new schools. The first time I really saw some of the plans was at a city council meeting. And I mean, I grew up going to the old schools, and then it's just interesting to see what these younger kids are going to have every day going to school.
Little jelly.
Yeah, there's some nice stuff going in.
It's going to be really nice, definitely. How about you, Julie?
Well, there's two things. One that's going to get cut out and one that won't. The first one is...
What about that part? Does that part get cut out too, or? Okay.
So the first one is just really being able to get in there and see things as they develop, especially the human being. We watched that on Design and Review Board get introduced, and they approved it. And then the year after, when I was on Planning and Zoning Commission, they approved it through there as well. And now I stop by there before school sometimes.
Nice. So to see it come all the way through,
Yep.
that is very cool. I love that when I was in planning.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. What's your other one?
When
Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Jackson, this will be good for you.
Okay.
Describe what senioritis is.
Senioritis is a term that many seniors use when, they feel just done with doing usually school assignments, but can be anything in general, chores, just going to school, period. You're just done. You feel close to graduation, so you don't understand the point in doing this busy work. That's my interpretation.
Usually
Firsthand experience.
usually comes after you get that acceptance letter, and it's like, well, I'm done now, so I did my job.
Woohoo!
Especially with the weather being nice outside
Oh, yeah.
now. There's no motivation to do anything.
Absolutely not.
For sure.
I just picked out my dorm room in my favorite hall at Bowling Green, and now I'm completely done. Now they really can't get rid of me.
Just checked on out.
Yeah, I am done.
Okay. That's a good description.
Thank you.
I feel like sometimes I have senioritis here at the city. Who is your most favorite teacher throughout high school?
Throughout high school, I personally would probably have to say Miss Natalie Tannehill. She's just, she's a great teacher. She's my journalism teacher and advisor to the Paw Print. I've only had her this last year, but I had a bunch of friends that had her junior year, so sometimes I would go in there and stuff. And I developed a close, relationship with her as a teacher, but also, as someone who, I can go to for advice and someone that can, teach me, life lessons and stuff. So
cool.
Definitely her.
Nice. Okay. How about you, Julie?
I've had a lot of favorites. I think the person that was closest and dearest to my heart is my head band director, Mrs. Amy Rock. I love her very, very much. She and I talk on the daily about just personal life stuff and things going on in the school, things going on in band, music theory. I'm in the band room for at least multiple periods a day.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Jackson?
I would have to say Mrs. Tannehill as well. I just spent so much time in the newsroom working on the paw print. She was also my English teacher last year, so spend a lot of time with her. And I also want to give a mention to Mrs. Wagar, who is the environmental science teacher, and I work with her a lot with the environmental club. So those are definitely my two favorites. I have a lot, but those are the first two that come to mind.
Okay. Cool. All right. Must be pretty awesome. That's always a good thing. How would green need to change to entice you back after you go to college? It's kind of similar to another, but what would make you come back?
Green is very nice if it's what you want, but it's a little too small for me personally. I want to be in an environment with more people and more things to do, but if you want to live the suburban life and go to the park and go to good schools, I mean, I understand, and it's a good place to live for that, but it's
so
not,
you're looking for more of a big city.
Yeah, I just, there's not enough going on here, and that's not a bad thing, but just for me, it's not what I want.
Got it. Yep. Okay.
For me, I know that I would like to be able to go out every week and explore something entirely new that I've never seen before in my own city, not have to leave it to get wherever I need to be. And green is a lot of the, nice and easy. It's really nice and steady. A lot of people.
Stable.
Yep. It's very stable. It's a very stable area. It's not very exciting. And for a lot of people, that's really, really good. And they need that and they want that. But for me, it's not.
Okay. I get that. How about you?
I think green is a great place to raise a family and stuff. So if we're talking right out of college, I personally wouldn't come back immediately.
but at some point.
Well, right.
Possibly.
And especially with, new schools coming in and stuff like that, and a lot more housing development coming in. I do think it is a great place to settle down once you're ready to do that.
So you haven't totally marked it off your list yet.
Right. But it would definitely have to be far down the line in the future for me to settle down.
All right. So let's see. More than 10 years?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I would do like 15 years. I would have to come back, see what it looks like, but I would give at least 15 years.
Okay. So then, that being said, would any of you, no matter where you end up, choose to either run for a city council or be on a board or commission after you've had this experience here in the city?
I personally will say that I do very much enjoy researching politics and being involved in stuff. I think a future career that I would love is being campaign manager. Running for office myself, I think I would enjoy. I don't know if I would do city council, local elections, or go for maybe a state or federal position.
Okay.
But I could see myself running for office one day.
Cool.
I don't think I would. I mean, never say never. I like to be in the know, and I like seeing what's going on and being involved, but not so much in a position where I'm elected to that.
Sure. Okay. Well, what about maybe a school board or something a little less?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, it is a good way to get involved and know what's happening in your community, and you have a little power, which is always nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For me, I know I love people. I love working with people. I love new people, especially just getting to know them and working with them. But to really and truly work for the public and for the public good, I'm not quite sure I would be able to have what it takes to give everything that I've got.
Okay. That's a mature answer. I like that.
Yeah, I wish more politicians thought that way.
I don't trust myself.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that either. What is the most creative excuse you've ever used to get out of a homework assignment?
I'd have to think about it. I do usually do my homework, I will say, but when I don't do it, I have no shame in saying I didn't do it, and I'm proud of that.
Okay.
I will admit this is 100% truthful, but my dog did eat my homework at one point. That is not,
Okay.
I wasn't trying to use an excuse, but my dog did eat my homework at one point, so I didn't do the assignment.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a small one, but he's scrappy and a little crazy. So
homework.
he ate up my homework in 5th grade, and I had to come in the next day and say my dog ate my homework.
That's amazing.
I had my mom write a note that did say my dog ate my homework.
I love that. Okay, Julie.
Well, I do my homework. I've never really needed to come up with an excuse because I've been too afraid to not do my homework from repercussions from either the school or my parents. The only times that I've really missed homework have been in my own mother's class.
Ooh.
Yeah, so those have not been fun car rides home.
Yeah.
So she knows everything that goes on in my life anyways, for better and for worse.
Sure.
So there was no excuse that I could make up. I just had to sit there and take it.
Just had to go with it.
Yep.
Okay. You guys are better than me. Sure, I had a load of excuses. I can't even remember them. It was so long ago.
I don't need excuses. I'll be upfront with you.
I just didn't do it.
When you have a track record, I normally do my homework. So when you tell a teacher, I didn't do it, they're usually pretty lenient.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, well, is there anything you guys want to add?
How have you enjoyed this year? What is the most memorable part of this year with Mayor's Junior Council and City Council?
Well, first, every year is pretty cool. Like, honestly, it's, I would say, the highlight of my job. Like, having the students, it just changes the dynamic in the room. And even, you know, it goes on as normal, but like just having you guys there and like being able to look forward to like the events and stuff and our meetings and everything, and just, you know, hearing your feedback and getting that small piece of, you know, younger mentality has been super awesome. So like it is definitely my most favorite part. And just having you guys like, and getting to know each one of you and your awesome personalities, like it's just so cool. So I love it. Like it's definitely my favorite part of my job.
Thank you, Nichole. We like to get to know you too.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
There's always someone giving a dirtier look at a city council meeting if I'm there.
I do love looking over at you guys. And who was falling asleep the one thing? I think it was you.
It was.
I think it was
I'm sure I've done it too.
I mean,
Sometimes those legislation pieces aren't the most
you.
interesting.
Yeah, you know, that's just kind of how it goes.
I'm just an open yawner. Like, I know, like, some people, like, find that as rude. It's just a bodily function, like sneezing to me. Like,
Well, sometimes it's hard to hold it in.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of looks more awkward if you.
And it's not their fault. Like, I'm just tired. Like, they're not boring me, which, I mean, they are sometimes. But I'm just tired.
It's
That's right.
been a long
Yeah.
day.
It's been
Yeah.
a long day.
Yeah.
And I feel you. Because when I'm there, it's been a long day for
I
me
believe
too.
it.
So, yeah. But I do love looking over at you guys and seeing your faces and just.
I enjoy that. It makes the meeting better.
Yeah.
I know sometimes when people get to talk and I look over at you because I know you're trying to look at me.
Oh, subtle eye contact is engaging. It does make the meeting go by a little faster.
It's good stuff. Okay. Well, I'm glad. And it's been very nice having all of you. And Julie, I'm sorry I didn't get to have you on my board, but it's still been nice
It's okay.
getting to know you through Mayor's Junior Council. And I'll be sad when you all leave. Every year it's like, my children are leaving. Oh, it is. Last year I was so sad. Now I'm going to be sad this year. I'm like, oh, I can't handle it. But
Well, thank you for asking us all these questions. We had a
Sure.
great time.
This is fun. I like doing this.
Yeah, this is a good
it's
one.
pretty cool. Like hearing you guys' answers.